besties, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nicolette, this is the Little Corner Book Nook, and today we are doing a Friday 5. You may be asking yourself, Nicolette, what is a Friday 5? A Friday 5 is where I give you 5 book recommendations on a certain trope, topic, keyword, anything like that I think you will enjoy this weekend. So, let's get into the recommendations because today we are talking about monster romance. I love a good monster romance because honestly, human men have me up to here and I'm like, yeah, sometimes monsters are better than the human men. I'm obsessed with these monsters, these non-humans, just, yeah. The first book I'm going to recommend this weekend for you is Muscles and Monsters by Ashley Bennett. This is the first book in the Leviathan Fitness series, and this series as a whole has been really fun so far, but this one, just the way it kicks off, was a fun time. I had never read Ashley Bennett before, and I enjoyed myself greatly. This is about Tegan and Atlas. Tegan is a human. She is a curvy girl. We love that. And she is a baker. And she is baking I believe it's a wedding cake for the mayor's daughter for her wedding. And it is quite heavy. And she is having issues getting this from the bake shop into her vehicle to deliver it. And from next door along comes this male. And he helps her with it because, again, it's a bit heavier than your average cake. It's a wedding cake of some sort. And lo and behold, it is Atlas. He is the gym owner of the gym next door, Leviathan Fitness, and he is a total gym bro, but he is also a wolf man, and I'm obsessed with him. It goes from there. They really are crushing on each other. He says come to the gym at any time, and she takes him up on the offer, and they're really sweet. I really enjoyed it. So the thing is, he is not like a werewolf, which is why this is not paranormal. He is a monster. He is a wolf man. He does not shift. He has a wolf head. He has a tail that wags, and it does it in very inopportune times because anytime he even thinks of her, it wags, and it was so silly, and I loved it. That being said, I do have to give a trigger warning because though it is not explicitly stated, it is implied that Atlas has an eating disorder. That is, hence he is a gym bro, like that things happened that made him that way, and I really like the way that this was dealt with, but again, I don't want to trigger anybody by recommending something that just is not going to work for them. So take that with you will. I will also say this has Primal Play in it. If that is something that you are interested in or you just love, it does have it. It was a fun time. I also really love the cast of characters around these two. His friends especially are fantastic. And yeah, I just enjoyed myself. I think this one's really fun, and honestly, it might be a good introduction to monster romance. My second recommendation is actually really short. It is less than 100 pages, but it packs such a punch and is a fantastic monster romance, and that is Love Laugh Lich by Kate Pryor. This is the first book. I believe it's Claws and Cubicles. I believe that is the series name. This book, it is short, it packs a punch, but it is super fun. Our main character, Lily, is the executive assistant to the CEO of Evil Corp, who happens to be the Lich. Like, he is just the overlord. People have tried to kill him. There have been situations, and yeah. The fact that this is a monster romance with corporations and it's Evil Corp, and it's so well done. I was giggling the entire time with the entire setup, but I also really enjoyed these two as characters. He is just like this, he does not understand like human customs, anything like that. He is just the evil overlord, and she's just like, trying. Like, I don't know how to explain this without spoiling anything. And because it is so short, I don't want to spoil anything too much. But I really enjoyed this. There is a lot of situations where he thinks he's doing something super romantic and she just doesn't get it because he does not get, like, yeah, it's just silly nonsense, and it is so much fun. I can't believe this is only 100 pages. Like, I enjoyed myself so much reading this. Also, I would totally work at Evil Corp because they have some really great benefits. My next recommendation is The Succubus's Prize by Katie Robert. This is one of the Deal with the Demons books. I have been slowly reading through the series because they can be kind of repetitive with the setup, because it is about these women who sign a contract with this demon that they are going to go to the demon realm for 7 years. Whatever happens, like if they have any children, anything like that, like the kids stay in the demon realm, and then they get whatever they want when they go back to the human world if they choose to. That is the setup. This book, I really enjoyed. So our main characters, Belladonna, and I want to make sure I say this right, so I'm going to look at this. Rusalka, I believe it is. I think it's Rusalka. They are our main characters. Belladonna is our human who signs the contract. Her sister is sick, and they come from a very religious family where everything is like, thanks to God, purity culture. There's a lot going on with her kind of human home life, and she doesn't fit the mold, and she's been told her entire life that she's a sinner, and so it's just all like going through her mind, and she's just like, I'm signing this, like the contract is my sister's going to be healthy and live a long, happy life, and I'm signing this contract, and like whatever happens for the next 7 years happens. This really just makes the bargain demon like, whoa, okay, I need to like get her, like she's not in a headspace that I can trust that she knows what's best for her. So I'm going to go to the demon that I think will kind of help her the most. Have them come in and be like, that is who she ends up with. That is Raska. And I don't want to get this wrong. They are non-binary, like she, them pronouns. They are the leader of the succubus, incubus kind of demon realm. And yeah, it goes from there. They have some really interesting dynamics, especially as Belladonna is kind of like continuing her deconstruction journey as she like left her family and is deconstructing everything she's ever thought or everything she's ever been told about herself. And oh my gosh, this book, Katie Robert, honestly, I will read that woman's grocery list at this point. I have not ever disliked any of her books. This next one might take you the entire weekend, so I am sorry, but Kiss of the Basilisk. Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. This book, she's a biggie. She is huge. I am a huge fan of plot. There is plot, and I enjoyed the plot, but this one is, if you like sexy times, this book is for you, my friend. This book would be for you. Our main character, Tem, is born on the same year as the prince. And so she goes to this training, and that is where the basilisks are. And they are the ones who teach these girls everything they need to know. Yeah, he is a basilisk. He's a basilisk. They end up doing things, and he does it in basilisk form. Yeah. That is all I am going to say. This is probably like 20% plot, 80% sexy fun times. So, yeah, be prepared for that. And finally, I am going to recommend The Half-Orc's Maiden Bride by Ruby Dixon. I honestly don't know what series this is a part of, but this was a really cute romantasy book. Our main character, Iothane, is the eldest daughter of this ruler, but she is also unfortunately the most humbly looking of the sisters, and she has been kind of prepared to be a lady, and she is like pretty much running her father's estates and things like that. But she just wants to be like her sisters, go off, be married, and live her life. And she just does not fit kind of the physical descriptions of what a lovely lady should be. And so her father ends up selling her to this new ruler, and it goes from there. He is a half orc, and she's just a little taken aback, but being the good lady she is, she's like, okay, this is a situation, we're going to deal with the situation. And it goes from there. I really enjoyed this because you have this girl who's like been prepared her entire life to like be one way, and now she is having to assimilate to this new culture, because not only does she have to assimilate to his human half, because that culture is completely different from her own, but also the orc culture that he comes from. And like, she's okay, cool, embraces it and goes with it. And we're just on the adventure with her as she is learning about herself, learning other cultures, and yeah, just kind of really self-empowerment to the highest degree. I fully enjoyed this one. If you are into kind of primal play and things like that, because of his orc heritage, there is some cultural things that have to do with that. And it was a really fun time. Those are the monster romances that I personally recommend. And yeah, that is it for today. I will see you guys next Friday with even more recommendations. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all on Monday.